As we come into this, a sense of the mood and what people voting are thinking and feeling. You've got a new national poll breaking tonight. What matters in it?
Yeah, that's right, Erin. Tonight's primary night sets up a major midterm election in November. So we wanted to get a sense of the mood of the country and where things stand. First, our brand new poll of polls on the president's approval rating. You see that President Biden has a 40% approval rating in the CNN poll of polls. 55% disapprove. This is a huge warning sign for Democrats, the president's party. This is not where they would like to see the president's numbers come November. We also asked folks to get a sense about how things are going in the U.S. And look at this, Erin. 65% of Americans in our brand new CNN poll tonight say they are concerned about how things are going in the U.S. Only 4% excited, 10% optimistic. Even 1 in 5 say that they are scared. We also wanted to check in on the issue matrix here. What's driving people's vote across the country? Number one issue by far, nearly 6 in 10 Americans in our poll say it is the economy, followed by 30% that say it's domestic or social issues. Only 3% say foreign policy. And then we also wanted to get a sense of just how people are feeling about politics in America, Erin. Look at this. A majority of Americans, 53%, basically say they're burned out on politics. 23%, nearly a quarter, say they're fired up. 24%, another quarter, say neither. But let's look at that across party lines when it comes to those who say they're fired up. 33% of Republicans say they're fired up. That's true of only 25% of Democrats and 14% of independents who say that. So this is a little bit of that enthusiasm advantage on display here that we've been talking about for the Republicans in this midterm political climate, Erin.
All right, David, thank you very much. Okay, so what does this mean? Chris Wallace, let me start with you. I mean, when you look at a situation where the incumbent president situation is deteriorated even from April, right? And here we are in mid-May. And you look at 1 in 5 people are scared, 65% concerned, 60% worried about the economy. They're not fired up. If this is what we're seeing nationally, if we're seeing it in Pennsylvania and North Carolina tonight, what does it mean?
This isn't a shot across the bow of Joe Biden and the Democrats. This is a shot right amidships, and they're taking on water. You know, you look at first midterms after a new president, and that's what we got, a new president in 2020. This is his first midterm. That's always tough for the incumbent party, the party of the president. On average, since World War II, 1 Senate seat lost, 23 seats lost in the House. If that were to happen here, Republicans take back both the Senate and the House. But it gets even worse than that, because if the president's approval rating is below +5, and according to this poll that we just heard from David, it's -15, then on average in a midterm, the president's party loses 39 seats in the House. I don't have to remind my friend David Axelrod about 2010,
Wow.
Yes.
when the Democrats lost 64 seats in the House.
Yes.
That could be a good night compared to what happens this November.
Wow.
I still have the tire tracks on my rear end from that. I remember it very, very well. That's not going to happen this time, only because there are fewer competitive districts than there were back in 2010. But look, we just saw the doctor giving his report on Lieutenant Governor Fetterman. If you were a doctor and you were looking at this chart, you would say these vital signs are very, very bad. And the last one on enthusiasm is really a big concern for Democrats. One of the reasons incumbent parties do so poorly in the midterm elections is it's hard to galvanize the base when you're the incumbent. People come out to vote their anxiety, their protest, rarely their affirmation. And right now there's a lot of energy behind the Republicans. And so, you know, what Democrats are hoping is tonight that Republicans will nominate candidates who will be poor general election candidates. That is really the hope that you hear Democrats articulate.
How pathetic is it, honestly, that you have to hope that the other side's going to do your work for you because you can't do your own work? And I think it's a real problem for them. The number that I was kind of looking at is that 53% of voters are burned out. We understand that. Yeah. Of course, we understand why. And I was talking to a Republican pollster the other day who said he did a focus group, and he said what Republicans wanted was somebody to rescue them from this kind of malaise and excite them and fight for them. And he said to me, I think it's the same on the Democratic side. They want a fighter, which is why Fetterman appeals to Democrats. And they want a fighter. Maybe that's why Barnett appeals to Republicans. I mean, who knows? But if you're sick and tired of this, you're not enthusiastic, and you're burned out, who can you go to?